Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be your weekly shadow work and advice. So, we're going to see what's hidden from the collective. What do they need to know? What are you guys working through? What are some obstacles that maybe we are working on overcoming this week? Show me the obstacles we need to overcome. All right. So, the first thing is you might need to be careful that you aren't operating in ego. The Six of Wands in the upright or in the light side of this deck is an indication that we are having a victory. When it's in the shadow, we're operating in ego. It might be due to financial constraints. I feel like this could also be an issue where maybe we think we're on top until we aren't. So be very careful that your ego is not what you're operating from this week, or you could have a major fall from grace. What else do we have? You might be the reason why things are stuck. So you have to kind of see the bigger picture in order to transform the energy. So it's like there needs to be this epiphany. I feel like you could also be dealing with some boundaries that might need to be established. They're saying established. It's like you don't even have boundaries, so people are just kind of walking all over you. So I feel like that's where the ego kind of plays into this. That's not where we want to be. We need to be really careful that we're not operating in our ego space at all, if at all possible, and healing from a lot of heartbreak and a lot of pain. What else is hidden from us this week? We're in kind of this doom and gloom mentality with the sun in the shadow. So I feel like things just really aren't going your way. Part of that is because we're listening to ego. So that's definitely something we need to work on. You could also be making some poor choices with spending your money, financial decisions, business decisions. Watch out for corruption and scams as well. I feel like that could be something that we definitely need to address before it actually happens. So be careful where you're spending your money, especially shopping online. Trusted websites, make sure that it's something that is a reputable company. Don't just, throw money at anybody because I feel like that could blow up in your face. So be cautious out there. Really kind of do your homework, so to speak, before you bite off more than you can chew. You do have some shadow work that needs to be done. I feel like you need to see that it could be you that's holding yourself back. And if it is you, what are you prepared to do to change those things going forward? There is some sort of conflict. I feel like financially there's some sort of conflict going on. Also, I feel like we're in a state of recovery. So, especially in the shadow side, the Five of Coins is something that tells us that things are going to improve. But it's like we have to really face our fears and look at things clearly before we see that actually happen. So, that might be something that we have to really face our fears in order to make positive changes, enable some boundaries. And I feel like you need to be really cautious of the company you keep right now. Somebody's getting found out for something that they did that was really shady. So if somebody was trying to pull the wool over your eyes where love or finances was concerned, they're getting found out for that. So that's actually the best possible outcome. I feel like you're contemplating the future, but it's like it's stuck and stagnant. There isn't any real forward progress. And so that may need to be evaluated as well. Like what needs to change here? What do we need to evaluate about the future? First, we have to shift our focus and our mentality, and I feel like that's going to help us be able to make changes that we need to change. I feel like there's been lots of delays around travel, maybe relocation, but it's like you have to take that first step. The other thing is that there is a place in our life where we're really in this negative energy. So you could be dealing with grief, loss, mourning, pain, heartbreak, all of those negative, heavy emotions. And we need to see things differently. Find the silver lining. What is the good that can come out of this situation? Especially if you change your perspective, I feel like that's going to help you to see things differently. The other thing I would say is that it's time to walk away from things that aren't serving you. You need to walk away from the things that are holding you back. It's time to face your fears and take a hard look in the mirror in order to actually achieve those goals. The other thing is that there is an offer that's coming in that I feel like you think that you've missed out on. I would say you haven't missed out on it. It's circling back around, but this could be an offer that you don't want. So really evaluate whether it's for you or not. And shadow work is needed. Are you listening to that internal wisdom and guidance, or are you ignoring it? Shadow work is something that can be painful, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a freeing experience. So So view it as that. View it as a freeing experience. All right, so you thought you missed out on a love offer. You have not. It's coming back around. I feel like you or this person was in ego, and so that might not have been the best fit. So something didn't happen in the timing that it should have. It's coming back around. It's going to take teamwork to make the dream work in order to solve these financial problems. So if you're in a partnership or even a business setting, you're going to need to really pay attention to the details. And I feel like hard work's going to be required, but you're also going to want to make sure that you're making wise choices by listening to your intuition. So definitely important. That's going to help you get out of this mentality where you feel constantly stuck. You're not stuck. There's solutions to every problem. The question is, are you listening to the guidance that's being given to you? The Hierophant tells us this is either marriage that's coming in, or this is a card of spiritual ascension. Part of your growth may be that you need boundaries, and I feel like you fear that. So that's something that you need to work through. The Four of Coins tells us that financial matters are improving. We've also been through a lot of destruction. So I feel like healing our financial sector, healing our heart, those are all things that we're working towards. This could be an offer that comes in from somebody very nurturing. I feel like that will really surprise you. They're giving me this scenario that it could really shock you that this person is interested because you see this person as exactly what they see in you. So very mirrored energy is what I'm picking up. This person wears their heart on their sleeve. This person is somebody who is a very good person. They're trustworthy, they're loyal, they're attentive, they're nurturing. They're somebody who really wants to be in a relationship, and I feel like this is who the offer is coming from. This may pull you out of that doom and gloom mentality with the sun that we have here in the shadow side. So I feel like that really changes things for you. This person could also be financially well off. The Ten of Coins is a card that indicates its financial burdens being released. This is a legacy being bestowed upon you, an inheritance, a lottery win, more money than you can spend in one lifetime. But be cautious with who's around. You could be making bad business choices. You could have people that are advising you to make bad choices. So really trust your instincts here. I feel like that's going to be crucial so you don't end up bankrupt. All right, the Ace of Wands tells us there is some sort of new beginning coming, a creative breakthrough. It's like the light bulb clicks on. They're showing me, this is so strange, they're showing me what looks like a dark mirror, just like this picture here, a dark mirror, and it's like the light bulb clicks on so you're able to see things clearly instead of in seclusion, in darkness, in confusion is what they're telling me. There's a breakthrough that's coming. You have two aces back to back. So financially we have a new opportunity. So definitely some things are changing for the better. The Ace of Coins is really a sign of abundance from source, and it's infinite. I love this depiction on here, the two snakes that are intertwined. So we have one up here and one down here. The infinity symbol is here. Infinite. You guys are infinite. You are part of the universe, which is infinite. There is no beginning and there is no end. So circles, right? Circles are infinite. That's why we use them as wedding bands, is because they're infinite. It's symbolic for no beginning and no end. Infinite, okay? So really important. I feel like this is something that you've had to overcome a lot of challenges, that you've had to kind of weather some rough seas, and that it's time for these things to find balance. I feel like you're just going to be in this flow state when this happens. So this could be a new job opportunity that helps you to really regain your focus. It's also an indication that things are improving greatly, and it's meant to. Yeah, see, happiness, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. So whoever this deceptive person is not your person. Let me be very clear with that. You are getting somebody brand new coming in, and you are getting somebody who actually wants to put in the work. Somebody who wants to go the distance with you. The Hierophant's also out here. So somebody's bringing in a new offer. It could be even an offer of engagement, of marriage, things like that. We have the 10 of Cups out here talking about it's a happy union, it's positive changes, it's good stuff coming in. But you got to do the work in order to get there. The Eight of Swords tells us that we're overthinking something. We're overthinking the next step. So are you overthinking love? Are you overthinking your finances? Are you overthinking the future? I get hiccups when I read tarot, guys. Sorry. So the Two of Wands tells us that we need to really think clearly and make a logical decision about what's next. There's the Empress, so the Divine Feminine. I feel like there could have been a falling out with your divine partner, male or female, doesn't matter in tarot, it's just energy. But the Empress is nurturing energy. It's also creation. So there could be this spark of creativity. You could be creating a life with somebody, whether it's a physical life like creating a child, whether it's creating a life with a partnership, or whether you are in that nurturing flow state. There's definitely positive changes. But there's so much confusion here. I feel like the confusion clears and you're able to walk away from what doesn't serve you this week. And the let's see, the Four of Wands here tells us that we need a break. So we've dealt with the missed out opportunities, but those are circling back around. I feel like Spirit's telling you that you need to pump the brakes, that you have a little too much shit going on in your life, and it may be time to just kind of hit the pause button, take a few deep breaths, have a good cry, eat a fucking chocolate bar, watch your favorite movie, do the things that you enjoy doing. Why? Because you need the fucking downtime to decompress. There is a lot going on in your world, especially internally. And I feel like there's like this implosion where it, instead of explosion where it comes out, I feel like it's imploding. And that's something that you don't want to have happen. I feel like you need to really let go of some things. There's lots of things in this reading that you could release. There's lots of negativity, negative mindset that you could release. The question is, why are you still holding on to it? And do you desire to have these things change? That's where the shadow work comes in. All right, and the Page of Coins. So I feel like you need to start kind of planning and setting some goals for yourself. We're in the summer months, starting very soon. So I would say planning financial goals. What's your next step? Let's say you want to travel the world. Okay, do you have the finances to do so? If not, what would you need to do to get those things in order? Is there a new job prospect coming in? Yes. Is that something that could lead to happiness? Yes. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So while it might be the beginning stages, if you work very hard, it looks like it pays off greatly. In love, it could lead to marriage. You do have new beginnings and new offers coming. It could be your divine counterpart coming in. It could lead to a lot of emotional fulfillment and happiness, as well as financial gain. Are you trusting your intuition? Are you listening to source energy? Are there things that you're missing out on? Or does it feel like you're missing out on? Why? Well, because you aren't seeing the bigger picture. What else do we need to know this week? What is their final conclusion? All right. The final conclusion is it's leading to marriage. Some of you really want that. Some of you are really longing for commitment, a partnership. So you have to do the hard work to work on you to get there. That's going to take overcoming your fears and the obstacles, but you are strong enough to do it. The question is, are you ready to change? The tower is symbolic for things, literally, what was I saying? Imploding, right? The tower is coming crashing down. These people are jumping out of it to save themselves. But I feel like these things happen sudden and shockingly like lightning. So we're going to have to transform the energy in order to make some changes going forward. What else? Yep, King of Wands. I feel like there's going to be someone that comes in that's a natural leader, that's very organized, that's a doer, that's a go-getter, that's going to help facilitate these changes that are going to bring in the happiness instead of confusion. You may have multiple options. You do have two kings. You have the King of Cups, the King of Wands. So those could be new love prospects. You're going to have to choose wisely and trust your intuition. There is a creative breakthrough as well as clarity or truth. We had a lot of confusion, so the clarity or the truth comes out. Judgment is being called, so this tells us that we have to transform the energy. This is also a card telling us that courts and contracts could be involved, but this is like the final decision before things actually change. So this and the Tower tells me that karma is being dealt to those who need it. You might be one of those people that learns lessons the hard way. I have been for most of my life as well. Sometimes we have to take the lessons and learn to grow from those mistakes so that we don't have to learn lessons the hard way all the time. I do feel like there is major improvements coming for work and finances. and it's going to help get you out of this conflict and confusion that you've been in. There could be a lot of rivalry and competition, especially in work and finance. So, again, make good business choices and do the shadow work. I promise it is going to help set you free, let go of the past, move forward, and make some new memories. And I feel like you are going to get the emotional fulfillment that you're looking for. But it's time to take that first step, take that leap of faith. Remember, the only caution with the Fool is to look before you leap. Watch out, that first step could be a doozy. You want to make sure that you're seeing things clearly for what they are. So, some changes need to happen. Are you ready to take that first step? Have a great week.